Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Vastari Connects webinar. It is a special edition this week, especially for the reports on collecting that Vastari will be publishing on the 30th of September. We've actually decided to take 4 main themes from those reports and organize webinars to discuss those themes. And today's theme is Hidden Treasures, looking at private collections in storage, what collections are in storage, how are they being maintained, and what we can learn from the respondents who answered our survey in 2019. We had more than 300 collectors respond to our survey, and so those findings will be shared today. Before we start, I just want to thank Crown Fine Art for supporting our report launch. And I'd like to remind you that if you're interested in any of the other webinars, then you can check out our landing page on vastari.com and register for the next 2 webinars. So the order of play for today is that we will be having first a presentation from Lindsay Dewar, who has written the Finance Behind Collecting report. It is indeed the first Finance Behind Collecting report, based on the respondents to our survey. And she will be presenting a bit of information from the report, and we will then have a panel discussion where she will be joined by Paul Beetson from Crown Fine Art, Ben Clark from Gur-Johns, and Annika Eriksson from ArtTactic to discuss the findings. So without further ado, let's start with Lindsay. Let's bring her slides up on the screen.
Hi everyone, so I thought I'd just begin by explaining a little bit about what the reports are. So for this we surveyed over 300 collectors, and we asked them a series of different questions about who they are, what their collections are, what they were interested in, all kinds of different things. And from their responses we were able to compile 2 reports. So we have the Global Collector Trends report, which looks at collectors and their collections more generally, you know, their ages, the types of art they collect. And then I wrote a special report that focused on 94 collectors who shared financial information about their collections with us. So what we found was that some of our key findings in both the reports, which are common with those willing to share financial information and those who just gave us the general collection information, was that as collectors get older, their collections tend to get more diverse. They collect from larger ranges of objects. However, younger collectors under 50 are more likely to buy contemporary 21st century art, whereas collectors over 50 have a predilection for 20th century art. We also divided our collectors into types of collectors, whether they be leisurely collectors, avid collectors, or professional. And what we found was quite interesting was that these professional collectors, e.g. art advisors, etc., focus more on contemporary 21st century art. One of the key findings that we found was that larger collections generally store their art in more than one location, whether that be in storage or in multiple homes, etc. The larger the collection, the more locations it tends to be spread in.